home and office is yours. Oak Furniture Outlet at the Big Red Arrow, Highway 32, Chico.
Welcome back. I'm Matt Vaughn here with League of Women Voters board members Carol Burr and Jane Wanderer. We've got less than a month until the November 6th election, and on Monday, the League of Women's Voters of Butte County is hosting a Chico City Council candidate forum. 11 candidates are vying for 4 seats in this year's race. They are here this morning to tell us more about it. Good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
So, let's talk a little bit about the forum. So we've got this one coming up on Monday, and what are some of the things that you guys possibly talking about?
Well, I think the main thing we try to do is introduce the candidates to the public, so the public has a chance to get to know who's running and what their positions are. It's a we involve the media, and we also involve questions from the audience and from the league. And we have very strict rules because we're a nonpartisan organization. The questions have to be framed neutrally. They have to kind of deal with the actual issues that are facing the city, rather than personal questions. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was actually at the last candidate forum that they had a little while back, and some of the main issues they touched on were crime, and which has been in a lot of people's eyes a problem in certain areas of the city, as well as budget has been a big one as well. Do you see that possibly coming up again this time around? I'm sure.
I think everyone's worried about the the funding of the various things like police and fire and that sort of thing. So yes, I'm sure that will come up. And I think the city has done very well overall, but we have a huge number of people running this time. So it's going to be interesting to see how much we can actually hear from all of the candidates. But we're giving it a good chunk of time, 2 hours that we'll spend just on the candidates.
So roughly it's going to break down to probably about a minute or two apiece then in person.
It's going to be
that's
rough.
A lot of candidates.
No, we'll have they always give them a chance. We always give them a chance to introduce themselves and why they're running.
Sure.
And then we allow also a closing statement, and in between the questions are asked. And we're also holding forums in Paradise on the 22nd and also in Durham on the 24th. And there'll be we also do a lot with the pros and cons about the propositions. Very important that people know what's going on with those propositions, because this state is pretty much run by propositions. So on the 24th in Oroville, all of these are at 7 p.m. There will be a discussion of the pros and cons. We have very, very good people who have done the analysis, who's for them and who's against them, and what the actual effect of the bill will be.
Perfect. Keeping people informed. Awesome.
Very much so.
Now, there's also a new mobile site that you guys are using, and let's talk about that as well.
Well, it's mobile and it's on the internet at your desktop. It's called smartvoter.org, or www.smartvoter.org. I won't say that again. All the on-ballot candidates in the state of California are offered an opportunity every election to post their candidacy on smartvoter.org at no charge to them.
That's great.
We offer from the special districts of recreation and water all the way up to the President of the United States. Everyone gets an invitation. So it helps them organize their thoughts to get ready for the candidate forums. It also helps the voter make a decision both on candidates and on the ballot issues. We post all the ballot propositions and all the local ballot measures, so that you can read those there, or take links off to the pros and cons document that League's so well known for. I am using the new Smart Voter mobile
on your
application.
On your phone.
It's not actually an application. You go to the internet and you put in m.smartvoter.org.
So it's got a new.
It's real easy. It's been out a couple of weeks. It's really easy. You can figure out if you're registered to vote. You can look at your ballot. You can read about the candidates and what they have to say about themselves. This candidate forum on Monday is not going to get everybody enough time. So when you're done going to a forum, I recommend going to smartvoter.org or msmartvoter.org and reading more about them, because they need that extra exposure.
Perfect. Well, very convenient for people. Ladies, thank you again so much for coming on this morning. Once again, the City Council Candidate Forum being held by the League of Women Voters is going to be Monday, October the 15th. That's coming up at 7 p.m. at the Chico City Council Chambers. Make sure you go down there and check it out. Thanks again.
You, Matt.
And thanks for coming in, and we'll be back in just a bit.
Folks, on October 13th, the quiet little Nord Country